This is the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast, episode 13.
Wowie, wow, wow.
Oh, yes. Wowie, wow, wow. Hello, and welcome to this episode of the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast. My name is John Melly, and this is the podcast dedicated to teaching in-depth and advanced marketing strategies for people in the voiceover and audio production professions. My goal is to help you make more money by showing you ways to leverage your time, charge more for your talents, and allow you to spend more time doing the things you want to do in your life. Hi there, it's John. How are you? Thanks for spending some time with me today, and Happy New Year to you. It has been a while, I know, and I apologize. It's been a little over a month since the last episode, and I've just been flat out busy. Black Friday hits right after Thanksgiving, and then it's off to the races through Christmas with all kinds of copy to get produced and performed and recorded and edited, and also had some other projects for my own business that I had to take care of. Also, the VoiceOver Marketing Mastermind group started in November, and we've had a meeting and some coaching and follow-up and all of that. Also, I got to spend some time with my bride, Ann, and with all of those things going on, something had to give, and unfortunately, the podcast had to. I've done some planning for 2014, and I'll be blocking out some time appropriate to be able to handle all of this. Got some really cool events planned for 2014. Some teleseminars, some things off the podcast, but special events. But speaking of the mastermind group that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I do have a couple of openings for that in case you are interested in joining. Check out the VoiceOver Marketing Mastermind group link at the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast website, and that is voiceovermarketingpodcast.com. This is going to be a special episode. It's just a solo episode. This is December 31st, 2013, and it has been quite a year for me, and I hope for you. This podcast started in early April of 2013, and I just want to thank you for listening and spending some time with me. We have had over 6,139 downloads of all the episodes of the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast, and we've got a VoiceOver Marketing Podcast Facebook group up, and we've got some folks that just joined that. I want to give a quick shout out to the folks who joined the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast Facebook group, and if you know anybody who you think would be interested in joining, feel free, but special shout outs to Rhonda Phillips, Dolores Hall, Dwight Kuhlman, E.J. Smith, Philip Mather, Michael Montez, Kenneth Hartfield, Matt Ellis, Grace Carmona Salvador, Robin Rossello, Victor Singleton, Patrick Basil, Patrick, I hope I said your last name correctly, Kath Castleton Crumrine, Joseph Damian Cooper, Jamie Lewis, R.J. Gary, Scott William Fields, and Al Richardson. All recently joining the VoiceOver Marketing Podcast group on Facebook, so feel free to recommend and post. We've got some good discussions going on over there, and I'm excited to have that continue to grow. So before I dive into the topic that I wanted to share with you today, my birthday was December 23rd. And I realized this year more than in years past that December 23rd is kind of an inconvenient time to have a birthday, with it being a couple of days before Christmas. And I have to say, this is probably one of the first years I've ever felt that way. Growing up, my mom always had a birthday party for me. Her birthday is January 1st. So my mom's birthday is tomorrow. So we're going to spend some time with her tomorrow. But, I really didn't do much on my birthday, and the weather was kind of yucky. And, it was kind of a different birthday for me. And I looked at Ann and I said, I don't know, maybe I should do something different. Everybody's always said to me, oh, it must stink having your birthday and your Christmas, because they probably say, hey, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, is a gift for both. And I've had people ask me if I would celebrate my birthday in the summertime. And I said, no, my birthday's in December. And I like having my birthday in December. It's kind of fun. But this year I kind of realized, it's tough. It's tough to get everybody together, because my brothers and my sister, they all have families and stuff like that. So next year I'm going to plan a big birthday party for myself. But I want to tell you what the lovely Ann gave to me for my birthday. I think in previous episodes I've shared with you my love and fascination for hawks. and raptors. We have a couple of red-tailed hawks that hang out on the tower here at the radio station. Well, Anne gave me a session to a falconry place here in western Massachusetts. And it's, you can go, there's a falconer, he's a licensed falconer, and you can go and learn all about them and have like a 3-hour session where you can handle the birds and have them fly and then come back and land on your hand, and then you can go on a hunt and all of that. And I am so excited about that. I cannot wait to do that. And the guy is busy all year long. I haven't booked it yet, but that's something I'm planning on doing in the next few days, over the weekend maybe, is connecting with that person and setting up my appointment. And when we do, I will be sure to be taking pictures and sharing them with you here at the Voice Over Marketing Podcast. But that was the best gift to me this year that I'm really excited about. So like I said a few minutes ago, it's been a while since the last episode, and the podcast is never far from my mind, nor you, the listener. And I'm always thinking of things that I can bring to not only this podcast, but what I can bring to my business. Different ideas. I'm always on the lookout for marketing opportunities and seeing how I can leverage it. And what I started to think about was an experience I had at a marketing conference probably a couple of years ago. And it got me starting to think about the power of questions and asking questions and asking good questions in a way that leaves an impression on people. And I'll give you an example. So I'm at this conference, and I had this person came up to me, and we had done some business before. And we exchanged pleasantries, shook hands and all of that. And the first question he asks me is, so is there anything I can do to help you? Just out of the blue. And not only did he ask that question, but another person asked that very same question. And they have done business together, but they're both very successful in what they do. And that really stood out to me. Now, 2 years later, and I still remember this person or these people asking me that question. When's the last time anybody came up to you, said hello, and just, instead of asking anything from you, asked if there was anything that they could do to help you? How powerful is that? So I started thinking about the power of asking questions. What if? And I would invite you to start asking that question. Is there anything I can do to help you? Totally catches people off guard. People will remember it, at least from my experience they will. I can only speak from my experience. But I started to think about questions. Another question is, how can I look at this situation, this product, this service, this problem from a different angle? And you've heard it before. Where's the opportunity in this situation? You've heard of people very successful asking that type of question. And so the other day I'm having a cup of coffee and I'm reading this magazine called Mental Floss, which is a fun mag. And in it, there's this article. I don't remember what issue it is. I'm looking at the cover of it now. It's the December 2013 issue, and in it is an article called 323 Things You Need to Know Right Now. And they're really, some of this is absolutely fascinating. But number 33 was baby carrots first hit the supermarkets 25 years ago. Who knew? Look at how ubiquitous baby carrots are. Well, so here's the question. Where do baby carrots come from? This is the next item in the list. They come from ugly carrots. A California farmer realized he was discarding 400 tons of carrots a day because they were too bent to be sold in the market. They weren't pretty enough. 400 tons of carrots a day. So what did he do? It says here, he gave his harvest a makeover and he shaved them down to snackable nubs. Did you know that today baby carrots are a $1 billion business? So the question, how can I look at this from a different angle? He was throwing away 400 tons of carrots, and he looked at it differently, and he turned it into $1 billion business. Something that we all probably have bought a bag or two of baby carrots. I can't tell you how many bags of baby carrots I've eaten over the years. But think about that. That is an amazing thing. He looked at something a different way. What can you look at in your business differently? What product, what service, what presentation of your demo? How can you do this from a different angle? I'll tell you something that I've actually thought about, and I haven't done it, but I'm still tempted to. I've toyed with the idea of charging people to listen to my demos on my website just to see if I would get somebody to pay to listen to them. You know, like iTunes, it charges 99 cents. Maybe I could charge 99 cents for people to listen to my demo. There's a lot of people listening to this right now. I was like, well, nobody charges to listen to a demo. You can't do that. Why not? Who's to say? I might do it, might try it, just to see. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, and this is right along the looking at things from a different angle. Where's the opportunity? Chocolate diamonds were huge this year in the marketing. I can't tell you how many radio spots I loaded and put into the system or heard promoting chocolate diamonds. And also they were all over the television this year. Chocolate diamonds. And I saw a few Facebook threads about talking about chocolate diamonds, and the reaction to the chocolate diamond marketing was interesting. There were two reactions. One was, oh my God, I got to get some of those. They're beautiful. I want a chocolate diamond, and I want one now. And then on the other side of the equation, it was, oh, they're just dressed up industrial diamonds, buffed and shined to make them look really cool. And people are really greedy, and some greedy marketing so-and-so decided they wanted to make more money. Well, part of me is thinking, good for them. They took something that was kind of ugly, also like a bent carrot that wouldn't sell in the grocery store, and they shined it up. They turned it into a chocolate diamond, or they turned it into a baby carrot. No pun intended with the carrots and the diamonds. I just thought of that now. That's a happy coincidence. But good for them. They looked at it, and they looked at it in a different way and created an opportunity for themselves, and they created something that people want. So it's an interesting thing. And so when I see comments about, and this is John's perspective, and some people may disagree with it. And you know what? Go ahead and disagree. This is a marketing podcast. And when we're in marketing, we're looking to make money. And I look at money not as an end in of itself, but as a tool. And it's a tool that helps me live a good life and live the way that I want to and share things and experiences with the people that I care about, but also to experience this world and all the opportunities that are out there. And you know, it allows me to take drum lessons. It allows me to eat healthy foods. It allows me to take vacations with Ann. It allows me to give money to the people and the organizations that I want to give money to. So money's just a tool, and I kind of am going off on a different topic here. But when I see comments about, well, they're just greedy people looking to make an extra buck, I have to say that I have a problem with that mindset. Sure, there are some scumbags out there taking advantage of people, but how is making a chocolate diamond or a baby carrot taking advantage of anybody? They're presenting an opportunity, and people can certainly make up their own mind whether or not they want to purchase something like that. The same thing goes for all of the voiceover opportunities that are out there. So the reason I'm talking about all of this is asking questions. What if? How can I look at this from a different angle? Maybe we could ask ourselves, if we want to be more successful in 2014, how can I learn from people who have money and can make money? What can I learn from them? What can I take from what they've done and apply it to my own business? Another question, what are my attitudes about money? These are, it's in the spirit of the new year. We have resolutions. We want to take our businesses to the next level. We have goals. What are our attitudes about money? I know at times I've had to struggle with that, whether or not I feel guilty or worthy of making the money that I make or asking for the prices that I want to ask. I'll be perfectly candid with you. There are times that I feel discomfort with that, but I have to work to overcome that, and it's reaped many rewards for me, not just monetarily, but a sense of self-worth and pride and confidence. All those things are important. Another question, is my attitude about money and the people who have money getting in the way of my being able to make more money for myself and my family? That's a powerful question, a good question to ask. These are just questions that I have been thinking about myself and thinking about how can I look at my business from different angles? Where are opportunities for me? And, that's one of the powers of mastermind groups is that you get all these different minds looking at your business from different perspectives and providing you information and ideas and feedback to help you grow your own business. So I hope I've given you some food for thought. And, if you have any thoughts or comments or questions or suggestions, there are a number of ways you can get in touch with me. You go to voiceovermarketingpodcast.com, and on the right-hand side of the screen, there is an orange button that says, leave us a message. And you can leave me a voicemail directly from your computer using the microphone on your computer. It's free. The other thing is you can join the Voice Over Marketing Podcast Facebook group. Look for us on Facebook. Just type in Voice Over Marketing Podcast and ask to join. Make comments directly at voiceovermarketingpodcast.com. I want to encourage you to do that. Please subscribe to this on iTunes if you haven't. Feel free to share this podcast with everybody. And if you are so inclined, take a few moments and rate the podcast because that helps keep it up to the top of the list in iTunes. I do appreciate it. Again, I want to thank you. It has been a lot of fun this year. I've got some neat things planned for 2014. I hope you're going to be along for the ride. And I will be in touch with you in the next couple of weeks with a lot of very fun and cool marketing ideas and some great interviews, too. We've already got a couple recorded that I know you are going to get a lot from. So my wish for you this year, more than anything, is peace. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.